JBNN will keep you informed. I'm Michelle Jones, and in the news, man stabbed to death at bus stop in Halfway Tree. A man was fatally stabbed this morning following an altercation with another in Halfway Tree, St. Andrew. The incident reportedly occurred about 5:20 a.m. in the vicinity of the Portmore bus stop along Hagley Park Road. The man was pronounced dead on arrival at the Kingston Public Hospital. Head of the St. Andrew Central Police Division, Senior Superintendent Marlon Nesmith, confirmed that a knife was retrieved by the police from the scene following the incident. The other man is being sought and asked to turn himself into the police immediately, Nesmith said. JUCC bus shot out on Walton Park Road. The police are investigating an incident where Jamaica Urban Transit Company, JUCC bus, was reportedly shot out on Friday morning on Walton Park Road in Kingston. The company made the disclosure on Twitter, adding that no one was injured in the incident. Photos shared by JUCC on their social media platforms show badly damaged bus windows, which reportedly occurred as a result of the shooting. Fatal shooting off Red Hills Road in St. Andrew. A man was left dead following a shootout off Red Hills Road in St. Andrew this morning. According to residents, there was a gun battle in the area between heavily armed men from 100 Lane and 104 Lane. At the end of the exchange, the man, who is in his 20s, was found dead. We'll keep you updated as soon as more information is released on this news item. Gun seized in Denham Town, Kingston. A team of lawmen assigned to the Kingston Western Police Division seized one gun on Harris Street, Trenchtown in the parish on Thursday. Reports are that about 12:05 p.m., a police team was on mobile patrol in the area and observed a Toyota Wishmotor car with a passenger on board obstructing traffic and signaled the driver to stop. The vehicle stopped and the passenger ran from the vehicle. The driver of the vehicle was accosted and searched, and a search of the vehicle was conducted. During the search, one Glock 40 pistol with a magazine containing 16 9mm rounds of ammunition was found in the glove compartment. The driver was taken into custody in relation with the seizure. Investigation continues. Shopkeeper shot and injured in Pembroke Hall. A 44-year-old shopkeeper was shot and injured at her home in Pembroke Hall, St. Andrew on Thursday night by an alleged lone gunman posing as a customer. The incident occurred about 8 p.m. The businesswoman was reportedly operating a shop on a veranda. The matter has been investigated by the police, according to Deputy Superintendent Coleridge Minter, who oversees operations in the St. Andrew South Police Division. She got shot in her shoulder, and it seemed as if she was shot through a veranda grill as she was serving. It seemed as if she escaped most of the shots then, Minter said. Man electrocuted at PriceSmart dies. An expansion to the PriceSmart building on Red Hills Road in St. Andrew, which allegedly brought the structure too close to power lines, is being fingered by the Jamaica Public Service JPS as the cause of the electrocution of a maintenance worker on March 13, who later died at hospital. That is 19-year-old maintenance worker Javon Smith. According to Winsome Column, Director of Communications at JPS, investigations confirmed that the expanded structure is in breach of the established standard. Column said buildings are required to be a minimum of 10 feet away from power lines. She took the opportunity to express sympathy for Smith's passing and to remind the public that power lines must be avoided. It appears that the PriceSmart maintenance worker who was carrying out duties on the roof of the building came too close to the line and was electrocuted. Following the incident, JPS was contacted by PriceSmart with a request for the power line to be relocated. The company will make every effort to have this done as quickly as possible. Mr. Smith's tragic death is most unfortunate. It is a reminder to construction personnel to keep buildings away from power lines and to the general public to stay far from power lines, Column said. In response to questions, PriceSmart said on Wednesday that the matter is under full investigation to fully understand the circumstances of this unfortunate incident. According to PriceSmart, on March 13 at approximately 7:50 a.m., an employee for contractor hired by PriceSmart was injured while working on roof maintenance. Safety is always a top priority at every PriceSmart club, and all employees are properly trained regularly and updated on safety equipment policies and procedures. Therefore, according to the safety protocol, emergency personnel were contacted immediately. Still, despite all the efforts made, the contractor unfortunately passed away on March 17. PriceSmart will endeavor to interact with all relevant authorities, the contractor's employer, and the insurance carrier to appropriately provide for his family. A sincere condolences message goes out to his family, PriceSmart said. March 13 was shaping up to be a normal day on the job for Smith, but instead it turned deadly for the expectant father. Subsequent to the electrocution, He fought a hard battle to remain alive, but eventually succumbed to his injuries. He was said to have sustained third-degree burns. A distraught cousin of Smith said that she was frustrated by what she said was a lack of information on what actually transpired. When we got to him workplace, them said me can't take no picture because him have to do them internal investigation into what happened. Him go work the Monday, and after working, him go where them wash off the building top, and while there he got electrocuted and fell from the building. Them tell me said JP did their investigation on the day. The workplace is saying that you're not able to give me any information and that me have to speak directly to the person that contracted him. The doctor said he sustained maximum level burns, which would be third degree. I'm not doing too well, she said. The cousin described Smith, who lived on Dunmere Avenue, off Red Hills Road, as honorable, loving, jovial, a people person who at times was quiet, loved music and hanging out with friends. She alleged that after her cousin was electrocuted, it was the family's responsibility to pay for an ambulance to take him to the hospital. When we reached here the Monday, we had to get our own private ambulance and pay for it because them said none was available. At the hospital, them said the CT scan was good, but that there was a possibility to lose all his toes. He was talking and everything, and they advised that they were giving him fluids to protect his kidneys. They said hair was in his brain, but then impulse and blood pressure started to drop, she said. St. Anne mechanic charged for 14-year-old murder. A 60-year-old mechanic has been charged by detectives for the murder of his 14-year-old son Cashway Nevers at their home on Saturday, March 11. Charges Festus Nevers, a mechanic of Inverness District, St. Anne. Reports are that about 1:30 a.m., residents summoned the police after Cashway's body was found at his gate with head wounds. On arrival of the lawmen, Cashway was taken to hospital where death was confirmed. An investigation was launched and the forensic samples were retrieved which implicated Nevers. He was subsequently taken into custody and charged following an interview session. Investigations continue. St. Thomas woman charged after allegedly lacing man's drink. A 39-year-old St. Thomas woman was arrested and charged with wounding with intent after allegedly lacing a man's drink at Moy Hall District in the parish on Saturday, March 18. Charges Tamara Downer, a farmer of Cedar Valley, St. Thomas. Reports are that about 6:40 p.m., Downer allegedly met up with a man and gave him a drink that was laced with a substance that made him dizzy. She then reportedly injected him with another substance, after which she inflicted several wounds to the individual. The man managed to escape, raised an alarm, and was transported to hospital by residents where he was admitted in serious but stable condition. A report was made to the police, and Downer was arrested and subsequently charged after an interview. Her court date is being finalized. Funds allocated to truck water to St. Anne communities. Residents of St. Anne who have been adversely impacted by drought conditions affecting the island should get some relief in short order. The St. Anne Municipal Corporation has received a $4 million allocation from the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation to commence the trucking of water to drought-affected communities in the parish. Mayor of St. Anne's Bay, Councillor Sidney Stewart, who made the disclosure in an interview with JS News on March 22, said the recent rainfall was not sufficient to replenish water sources. We have had some rainfall in the last couple of days, but that does not change the drought situation in any significant way. So there's a heavy demand for water to be trucked to these drought-stricken areas, particularly in the backlands of St. Anne, he said. He noted that the worst affected areas are Monique, Bensonton, Gibraltar and Claremont. Stewart, who is also chairman of the St. Anne Municipal Corporation, told JS News that the distribution of water to the communities will commence in short order, noting that allocation of the commodity will be based on need. Stewart said the funds will supplement the ongoing water distribution program being undertaken by councillors in each division. Each council gets some amount of money each month, which is not a large amount, so it cannot do more than 2 to 3 loads, he pointed out. In addition, he noted that the National Water Commission, NWC, continues to supply water to its service areas. Ambulance badly damaged in Westmoreland crash. The Negril Fire Station's only ambulance was extensively damaged during an accident on the Mango Hall Main Road in Westmoreland about 6:15 p.m. Thursday. The emergency vehicle was en route to the Savlamar Hospital when it collided with a Mitsubishi motor car being driven by a woman. The ambulance was transporting a man who had fallen from a tree. All persons involved in the crash, including the passenger and the ambulance, have been taken to hospital. The vehicle was handed over by the government to the Negril Fire Station about 3 years ago. District Officer Ralston Simpson said it was a very, very big loss for Negril and the wider Westmoreland as well as Hanover. PICA to begin issuing new e-passports next week. The Passport, Immigration and Citizenship Agency PICA has announced it will begin issuing new high-security electronic or e-passports to the public as of March 31. An e-passport is an electronic machine-readable passport with an embedded microchip that stores a digital version of the holder's biographical data. The chip has a unique digital signature specific to each issuing country. PICA said the e-passport is a robust biometric data with added layers of security that can aid in the fight against new and emerging threats to identity theft and national security. It explained that its decision to issue the document is aimed at facilitating greater confidence and acceptance of the Jamaican passport for travel facilitation globally. The introduction of the e-passports in Jamaica will see the nation joining more than 150 countries that use e-passports, including 11 CARICOM states. This will now ensure that the country's passport is aligned with a growing number of countries using e-passports. The new document will bear the e-passports logo that's used by all e-passports issuing countries around the world. A media release on PICA on Friday said, PICA stated that passports that have been previously issued are still valid until the expiration date and there is no need to change them. It also noted that there will be no increase in fees as a result of the introduction of the new passports. PICA CEO Andrew Witter said the e-passport initiative is aligned with PICA's strategic objective of enhancing travel facilitation through risk-based and data-driven inspection. JBNN, we keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.